Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create those amazing titles and text in your Premiere Pro videos. Let's get to it. Roll that intro.
Preview.
Okay, so now the first thing you have to do, well, I already have my clip loaded up right here, but this video is going to be really a short one because all I'm going to be showing you guys is how to input the text. I'm not actually going to be teaching you guys how to animate the text. It might come up on another video. Leave your comments down below to see if you should check it. Leave comments down below to, say if I should make the video, but basically, there are two ways to do this. One is to input a title, which is what you might have seen in the intro of my video, and the second version is to actually input text using the text tool in Premiere Pro. The second version is obviously going to be the easiest. Now, I'm going to show you the first version. If you don't want to watch the first version and just use the text tool, then feel free. The time will be down below. Just skip to that time, and the links will be in the description. Okay, so let's begin with the title. So to input a title, all you need to do is open this, go to new, new, and then go to legacy title. Once you've inputted a legacy title, it'll automatically detect the size of your video or the dimensions of your video, and it'll automatically be set to, in default, be set to the settings you have as your video, as your sequence. But if not, then feel free to change it up. Now I'm going to name this to music because that's what I'm going to be calling my that's what's going to be in my title. And basically right here is where you come up with your text tools. So let me explain that. Okay, so now going into detail, so this is what's going to come up, and on default this will be the tool that you have right here. Basically just draw a line and there will be text right here, and just feel free to type it up. I'm going to type on music, and for me this is the default font. It might be different for you, and let me just explain to you what's going on here because it seems a bit complicated for some beginners, but let's just explain. So right here is where you can change the text type or the font of the text that you're going to choose. I'm going to change it to that one right there because it looks very professional, and I'm going to change it from thin to bold. Once I change to bold, then right here, this is the text size, as you can see by and here is the kerning, which means it's basically the space that you have between each letter. So let me show you. I'm going to extend this, and then I'm going to change this. There we go. See that space? It's basically the space between each letter. And here is if you have two lines, the space between those two lines is what it does. So let me add another line and just say, hey, oh. Let me add another. Basically it's it won't let me do it right now, but basically it's the space between two lines of text that you have. Now, as mentioned before, this is process 1. It's a bit more detailed than process 2, but process 2 is much easier and it only takes a couple seconds to input the text in. So right here is the properties, the opacity of the text. So you can have it like this. I'll show you how I use my opacity, as you could have seen in the beginning of the video, to create a very cinematic effect. So I'm going to reduce my opacity to 75. That's a pretty good amount, maybe lower. And right here, the properties, it's practically the same as right here. There's the font right there, the font style, the font size. It basically explains what all of this is. Kerning, as I mentioned before, this is kerning. And small caps is basically how big your caps is, and small cap size is how big the size of the caps is. So the two main important things that anyone will be using is the font family, the font size, and the color of it. So if you click on this white bit right here, you can change it to any color you want. I'm going to leave it at white right now. And by using this eyedropper tool, you can change it to anything that you can see. So we can change it to blue. You can change it to this dark gray, but I'm going to leave it as white because I like that cinematic effect. So once you've I would encourage you to mess around with the properties before you go into any professional edits with this. So once you've edited that, just click X out of this and you'll see that it has appeared in your media or project folder. And all you have to do is drag it over here, and by default the clip's going to be 5 seconds long, and you can just drag it on top of any video clip you have. And as you see, let me just increase the size of this. As you see, there's a very cinematic effect. I might want to change the opacity a bit lower. As you saw in my intro video, it was a bit lower. But that's it for step 1. Let's jump into step 2. Okay, so step 2 is also very simple. Okay, step 1 was very simple as well, but step 2 is just incredibly simple. Basically, this is how my windows look right now. It might be a bit, it's obviously a bit different when you first start on Premiere Pro. You might have edited it into your own way, but basically this is the type tool, or text tool as I like to call it, and the default is the letter T on your keyboard. And all you have to do is just click anywhere in the video. So I'll do it right here, and I'll just type in music. So now I can take this, I can expand it, but the only and this is also editable if you go into effect controls for this. So effect controls, and I'll select this clip. You can obviously change this. You can change the same things as you did with the other one, but I prefer the titles. I prefer using a title much more because, well, it just feels more professional to use a title. But essentially, this one is easier to edit, and it's a much quicker way. But sometimes, and this, in one aspect, it has a lot more capabilities. You can do a lot more with it. But on the other hand, titles can practically do the same thing as the type tool, but titles in another aspect have a lot more editability, I think, with it. I don't know if that's a word, but it's a lot more flexible to edit. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll see you on the next one.